Enshrouded Thralls of Twilight has just released, and with them pushing for 1.0 next year, they've delved into the Shroud, bringing a ton of new features, enemies and build pieces to play about with. And we're going to cover all of the major changes as well as some of the minor things which you may have missed as well. Now jumping into it, the update has brought in a ton of new resources, most of which are used for crafting color palettes. Most of these can be found by killing all the different types of fell enemies such as the corrupted boar or corrupted boar tusks, corrosive blood, monstrous ribs and the enshrouded cyclops eye, obviously from the enshrouded cyclops. However, it'll be useful to also chop down the different types of shroud mushrooms that you find in each of the shroud biomes, as they have new plant resources such as enshrouded ice, shroud mushrooms and the active mycelium. There's also 6 new creatures that you'll find in the Shroud, such as the Shroud Stalkers, Gazers, Depth Dwellers, Fell Creature Queen, Hazard Slimes, and Fell Tentacles. To encourage you though to face these, they've also added a ton of new locations inside the Shroud to explore, including summoning pods, which allow you to summon high-level enemies, and shroud lairs. These hold archaic essence, a new resource which is used to upgrade gems, and legendary runes which will be used to upgrade weapons to their higher levels. There's also all new night sanctums. These are temples which can be found scattered around the world, some of which are in the Shroud, and offer a new area to explore, with some loot available up to grab, including one of the 3 new build pieces, as well as some of the new cosmetic armor pieces. These sanctums offer new traps to counter and often include the new gem forges. These forges allow you to upgrade gems and attach them to your weapons, offering various buffs to your characters and weapons, such as the Ice Blast you can see here. There's also a load which I haven't found, but some offer buffs to your time in the Shroud, as well as healing. And speaking of these gems, of which there are 23 of, can be found fighting high-level enemies, though not the bosses apparently. I've spent a lot of time fighting the bosses to find out, and they've never dropped a gem. One point to bear in mind is that your current weapons will not have gem slots, which means that if you do want the very best equipment, you are going to have to dive back in and go in search of them. Gems can also be found as one of the drop rewards from some of the scavenger patrols at night. These patrols feature scavengers and a pack dog holding its bounty, and the Fell also have their own patrols where they're trying to spread the Shroud with new Shroud spores. With the focus on changes to the game at night though, they've also brought in an addition of new harvestable plants only found at night, such as the Calla Luna, Glimmer Gentian and Gloomberry, as well as several more. Some of these are used to craft resources and some to produce the new foods that are available, which offer time buffs to being in the Shroud, which I feel will be really useful in future updates, as I can see us spending a lot more time in the Shroud. So these will become more of a necessity as the game updates. As it stands, the only new plant that we can farm is the Shroud Tentacles. That's the new creature as well, and we can farm these for the Shroud adhesive, but the addition of Shroud farm soil suggests to me that we may well be getting farmable Shroud plants in the future. We also have a selection of new cosmetic armor sets to add to your luck, and now with the new barber you can change the appearance of your character. It's also a plastic surgeon, so if you didn't like your original choice, you can change it, and they've added a few more different options available too. This also comes with new hairstyles that can be found and new furniture to boost your home's comfort levels further. And speaking of customization, dyes can be produced for your armors, allowing you to tint and customize the color of your armor, and this is done at the new coloring stations. Outside of this, sleeping on beds now heal your character. Backpacks now contain an extra layer of slots, though you'll have to craft a new backpack to gain those extra slots. And you can now find and tame the round build Sailor, which will give you a way to harvest feathers. Each of the biomes also have new earth blocks so that you can customize your base further, and whilst we're at it, the world has been given a lighting overhaul, making the world look just that little bit more stunning. The Shroud also features areas of dense fog, which makes it a little bit too difficult in my eyes to actually see what's happening, but on the whole it does look better, and the biomes themselves have all been reworked, making running around the world just that little bit more appeasing. Some of the enemies can now curse you, but there are cures available, and speaking of cures, health and mana potions have also been given an overhaul too. Along with the normal potions, you can also produce better, let's say, lingering potions of health and mana. Currently, they've just named them as health and mana plus potions, which I don't think does it justice. And these combine new night plant ingredients with normal potions to create potions that restore a large amount of health or mana, followed by a lingering effect that heals health, or I should say regenerates health and mana across 10 seconds. The Alchemist can also craft two new types of grenades, the Fell Confusion Pheromone Grenade and the Fell Critter Grenade, as well as two new spells, the Shroud Beam Channel and the Heal Beam Channel, which will be great for players who work together. After all, this game is best played in multiplayer, with up to 16 players able to play at once. All in all, this is a great update that I'm having a lot of fun with, so if you're interested in seeing me do a Let's Play, do let me know in the comments below, and make sure to check out my high-level loot farming guide, or the locations guide if it's released next.